Hello students, welcome to Nilachal Polytechnic. Myself Amarendra Mishra is going to explain about the third chapter of video lecture class for the strength of material. Here in this video I am going to explain about the principal plane, location of the principal plane, what are the stresses are acting upon the principal planes. What is principal plane? It is defined as the plane upon which the value of shear stress is 0. In previous video lecture class, we have already studied that if a body is subjected to direct stresses along the x-axis direction and y direction, along with the shear stresses at its all sides during that time, we have got two formula for shear stress and normal stress. To find out the location of the principal plane, we have to see that the shear stress value should be 0. Now, shear stress is equal to sigma x minus sigma y 2 sin 2 theta minus tau xy cos 2 theta is equal to 0. Tau xy cos 2 theta will be comes to right side and this will be in the left side. Now, cos 2 theta will be comes to left side, that is divided sin 2 theta by cos 2 theta, that is tan 2 theta. On the right side it is tau xy divided by sigma x minus sigma y 2. Now 2 theta can be obtained as tan inverse of tau xy divided by sigma x minus sigma y by 2. This theta is nothing but this is the angle made by the oblique plane where the value of shear stress is 0, means this is the principal plane. If you are getting tan 2 theta is equal to tau x by sigma x minus sigma by 2, then we have to draw a triangle. For a right angle triangle, if you are going to see the relationship between sin 2 theta and cos 2 theta, now on the tan 2 theta formula, P by B is equal to tau xy divided by sigma x minus sigma y by 2, where P value is tau xy, B value is sigma x minus sigma y by 2. We know that if a triangle is there, B and P is there, then H can be found out as square root of P square plus B square, where P is known as your tau xy square and B is known as your sigma x minus sigma y by 2. So H can be found out as square root of P square plus B square. So B square is sigma x minus sigma y whole square and P square as tau x square. We know that sin 2 theta means P by H, cos 2 theta means B by H. So P value is tau xy and H value is square root of sigma x minus sigma y divided by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. Cos 2 theta is equal to B by H, so B value is sigma x minus sigma by 2 and H value is square root of P square, that is sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau x square. So after getting the sin 2 theta value and cos 2 theta value, we can replace these values while we are calculating the normal stress value upon the principal plane. Now what is principal stress? As we know that principal plane is the plane where the value of shear stress is 0, hence only the normal stresses are acting upon the principal plane. These normal stresses are known as your principal stresses. There are two axes there, one is along the major plane, along the minor plane. Along the major plane means the maximum stress value of normal stress is acting upon the principal plane, that is known as the maximum principal stress. Minimum value of normal stress acting upon the principal plane, known as your minimum principal stress. We are having two types of stresses, that is maximum principal stress, minimum principal stress. So according to the formula in earlier video lecture, if the body is subjected to stresses sigma x, sigma y and tau xy, then sigma n formula is obtained as sigma x plus sigma y 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 theta plus tau xy sin 2 theta. Now we have to put the value of cos 2 theta and also we have to put the value for sin 2 theta. In earlier cases, we have already see that sin 2 theta is equal to tau xy by sigma x minus sigma y 2 plus tau x square, and cos 2 theta value is sigma x minus sigma y 2 square root of sigma x minus sigma y 2 whole square plus tau x square. Now putting these values upon the cos 2 theta and sin 2 theta value, we are getting that sigma x plus sigma y 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y 2 into sigma x minus sigma y 2 divided by square root of sigma minus sigma y 2 whole square plus tau x square plus tau xy into tau xy divided by square root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus tau x square. Now you see seen this is sigma x minus sigma y 2, this is sigma x minus sigma y 2. So it will be sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus tau s square. So this is tau x square, tau xy, tau xy, tau s square. Now you are getting that formula is that sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus tau s square. On the divided by denominator part, we are having square root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus tau s square. So one will be cancelled out and the remaining will be sigma square root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau square. This is your maximum principal stress. If you are going to find out that the value of minimum value, then we have to derive the sigma n with respect to theta. Then we are getting the value of sigma n mean as sigma x plus sigma y by 2 minus square root of sigma x minus sigma y 2 whole square plus tau s square. Now we have to find out for maximum shear stress. As we know that the shear stress value in case of direct stresses and shear stresses are acting upon the body, tau is equal to sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta minus tau xy cos 2 theta. We have to take the derivation of shear stress with respect to the theta, because theta is the function of shear. So shear stress depends upon the theta value. So derivation of shear stress with respect to angle theta, we are having d tau by d theta is equal to, putting the value of tau, d whole bracket sigma x minus sigma y 2 sin 2 theta plus tau xy cos 2 theta divided by d theta. So tau max is equal to, so sin 2 theta will be cos 2 theta and cos 2 theta will be your sin 2 theta. So putting the value of sin 2 theta as your tau x by square root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau s square, and cos 2 theta value as sigma x minus sigma y by 2 by square root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus tau s square. So you are getting the value of sin 2 theta as cos 2 theta. So cos 2 theta value will be obtained. Tau xy, it will be sin 2 theta, that is equal to tau xy by square root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau square. So we are getting that here sigma x minus sigma y2 into sigma x minus sigma y2 whole square, tau xy plus into tau xy, that is tau s square. So the expression will be like sigma x minus sigma by 2 whole square plus tau s square divided by taking LCM, it is sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus tau square. So 1 will be cancelled out and the remaining tau max formula will be as square root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau square. So in this way we are going to find out the value of maximum shear stress as sigma x minus sigma y 2 whole square plus tau square root over. Another is your maximum principal stress as sigma x plus sigma y 2 plus square root of sigma x minus sigma y 2 whole square plus tau square. And another is sigma minimum is as sigma x plus sigma y 2 minus square root of sigma x minus sigma y 2 whole square plus tau square. So this is the analytical method what we are finding out the value of maximum principal stress, minimum principal stress, normal stress, tangential stress, resultant stress on a oblique plane. Now we have to go for the second method, is that graphical method. We have to find out what are the stresses are produced upon the oblique plane in a graphical method. Graphical method means that is the geometrical method by which we can replace the analytical method by the graphical representation of the normal stress, tangential stress, resultant stress, direct stresses acting upon it, and the max principal stresses. Generally, this graphical method is developed by Christian Otto Moore, and it is a two-dimensional graphical representation of stresses acting upon the oblique plane. According to his name, Moore circle is used for the graphical method of finding out the normal stress, tangential stress, resultant stress on a oblique plane of a body subjected to direct stresses. That there may be like direct stresses, there may be unlike direct stresses, and we have also, by using the Moore circle, we can also find out the location of the principal plane. What is the location, what is the value of principal stresses in graphical representation. So how the stresses are drawn in case of Moore circle? Basically, Moore circle is used for whatever be the analytical methods are followed for finding out the normal stress, tangential stress and resultant stress. Same procedure will be maintained, but according to Moore circle, we have to go for geometrical method. We have to first of all go for the body subject to direct stresses. That may be like stresses or unlike stresses. Like stresses means both the stresses are tensile or both the stresses are compressive in nature. Unlike means one stress will be acting as compressive, another is one is tensile. Second one is your body subject to direct stress accompanied with simple shear stresses. Means we are going to apply the stresses along x direction, y direction, and also we have to apply the counter complementary shear stresses along the all sides of the body. Thank you.